see nothing. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
Kiss me a little time. Cheating a little. Hi guys. I know you can hear me, but I'm still getting ready.
It's gonna take a lot more than what you're doing right now to get ready.
You ain't lying. Hold on. Oh my god, I ran around the corner and almost fell again. Okay. I'm sorry for what you are seeing. Oh, that's not too bad.
No, that's good.
Look.
Just a simple little shake and go.
Oh my gosh. So, welcome to episode 23 of season 7. Wow, we are in it to win it. And as you know, or maybe you don't know, that Freddie is out of town. So this is not Freddie.
No.
Freddie did not change.
Freddie just
for
can't
the worst or the...
Good. That's what
I tried to say better, but it didn't happen. So this is episode 23, and we have special guest Krisstina, Fatale, Christian. You know, I still want to call you your old name.
Everyone does. Everyone does. Trust me, it took Barbara a hot minute to actually get the new name
And
down.
then when I went to go save her file today, because she sent a promo, I was like, initials, because I usually do initials, just to do like a quick save, and I was like, KFC?
Honey.
Honey. But the response you sent back had me laughing. What'd you say?
I said, because she's got more legs than a bucket of chicken.
Okay. Alright. So, she's got her shit together. I kinda.
She started her branding early.
And I was like, oh, we might have to work on some graphic design where we have you on a bucket of chocolate.
Campaigning right there.
I
was like, you're lucky I didn't show up with a bucket right now.
Yeah. Oh.
I
mean, it's down the street. I mean, what you waiting for? Is it rolling, guys?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I can hear us, but I can't see us. It must be like... Oh, there we go.
Wow. I already saw one comment from Freddie.
You can't hear anything?
Go shave the rest of your back hair off, Freddie. Just go shave it off.
I got ready in 10 minutes, and it shows. The only good thing on me right now
and
is
it took
Mariah.
me all day to look like this.
Oh. Well, we'll talk about the pageant later.
And there it is.
So, thank you for tuning in. It's your Wednesday night conversation. It's more than just your gossip. Well, we'll be gossiping a little bit. Maybe. It's the issues that matter most to you. And if you missed last week's episode, we talked about Beto O'Rourke. Is that how you say his name? O'Rourke?
I think so. I don't know. Not this hard.
Guy running for president. I'm just kidding. But we talked about all his little breakdowns for him running. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Now, YouTube, if you're on YouTube, I can see you. Oh my God, Freddie, it's working this week. So you have to understand the shock. For the last 2 weeks, or 3, Facebook has changed. Not Facebook. YouTube has changed the way you do live streaming. So every time I go to start a live stream, it says start over or try again. And I don't think the episode is going until maybe an hour after we're done with the episode, it'll show up. Really? And then I'll be like, oh, I guess we did record on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. I haven't seen you guys in weeks now. So we're brought to you by Shelly Love Creative at ShellyLoveCreative.com and Wigs of a Kind at WigsOfAKind.com. I'm addicted to this wig. I did not wear it last week. I wore the green one last week. But she back. Anyway. And the Burley Barber at theburleybarbers.com. And we couldn't do it without your support on Patreon. Patreon supporters like Joan Bish, Leon Dutton, Allison Gillian, Corey and Carrie McClemens, and Brandon McGill and Casey Starr. Join the Fefe movement and support us today at patreon.com/let's-have-a-Fefe. Now. On to you. What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? Oh my goodness.
I mean, did you do something?
I did a little something. I competed for the Miss Phoenix Pride pageant this weekend.
Oh, just a little
something. Got up in the gigs and went out there and bucked and twirled. Not really, but I tried to. But yeah, on Sunday competed for the
Oh, you
Miss
did both
Phoenix
of
Pride
those?
pageant. I almost had an issue like that one time. I said the wrong thing. They thought I was competing for both. I was like, sure. No.
You're like, ooh.
It's like that one was enough. It was enough stress.
Who said what now? It's late, so I can't stay online. Okay, well, you can watch us on the replay when you're getting ready in the morning.
He needs his beauty rest.
Yes, because Freddie is competing. Is it tomorrow you're competing? I believe so,
his
right?
His registration's tomorrow.
Oh my god, this is the first time in a long time that I haven't been at, like, a nationals. I'm kind of having, like, nationals withdrawal. Is that possible?
Well, if you've gone to a national title several times in a row, yeah.
I mean, I haven't had the national titles. I've just gone to the national pageants. So Freddie is competing for Mr. US of A MI Classic. I think I said it right.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
That means he's old.
Well, you said it. I'm just sitting here agreeing.
Well, it's true. He's up there in age, and he's going to go for that title. Can't wait till I get there. Well,
really?
Let's hope I'm doing drag that long.
Let's stick to just trying to get the titles he's supposed to be trying to.
Whoa. Too soon. Too soon.
Oops! Ah! Let me, hold on. Sorry.
Too soon.
So sorry. Sip that tea. Got your name on it.
I can't with you right now.
So, how was the pageant for you?
The pageant was actually really good. There was a lot of stress prior to, that's for sure. Getting the money together, making sure my package was together. I want to say I didn't actually start planning my actual overall package for the pageant until the Sunday before. So the week before the pageant, I started pulling things together. Only because I had about 2 months to raise $2,000. So that was my main focus. And then once I had that, I was like, okay, now it's time to put them
Here
things
on
together.
Let's Have a Fefe, here's what not to do.
Oh. Really?
Not
Well, she went out there with a nice, stunning Sacha Loren gown and went out there with some...
that black one?
Mm-hmm.
I need that back.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Cassandra's.
Damn it.
Which I still have at my house.
Cassandra, you lost it.
I was going to take it to
Claim
her
it on
last
the
night.
insurance, girl. You lost it. I found it.
It was left at the venue. No.
Just picked up this light, dainty little gown. That bitch was...
That thing was not
I was
dainty.
just looking at you going...
It was, I want to say it's about
like you were
15
fully
pounds.
moving your body when you were walking. I actually really enjoyed your talent, Krisstina.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, at least one person.
It was very different. Everyone was expecting me to do Wicked.
Were they?
Mm-hmm. And come out in the same blue and teal and white gown that I've been wearing. But
you changed the game.
I changed it all up. Gown and talent.
I did enjoy the talent as well. Were there any moments where you were kind of doubting yourself? There's always this moment in the pageant where you're like...
It was after rehearsals, after I did my talent rehearsals, because the prop was beautiful and it was set up really well, and I put it together literally the night before and decorated it the day of. I had a doubt of sitting there saying, take all that crap off of the frame and just have the frame blank and leave it as is and do the talent. So
why would you do that?
Because of the spotlights. They were coming from an angle and it would cast a shadow, so I'd have to lean further.
It did kind of
in,
cast a shadow on you, but you kind of put yourself...
Yeah. I had to lean forward.
You're like, I can't see no fucking body.
I was like, I can't see anybody, but they can see me. That's what I was trying to go for, but I know that was probably one of my critiques from all the judges. probably get rid of all that stuff and just have a blank table.
My critique would have been make the thing bigger.
If anything, make it bigger.
Yeah, like, I mean, the stuff was great on the side, but at some point, I think because I was standing far enough back, I could see what you were doing.
Yeah.
But, and I wasn't backstage when you were performing, so I was in front. What is that? I gotta try to get some sleep. Competition starts at 11 a.m. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. And I forgot to print you some promos that you were supposed to take with you.
Ooh.
Just tell them I'll email them a copy.
Well, you know what? If you don't go ahead and actually win,
it's my fault because you didn't put any promos on the table. There we go.
There it is.
Anyway, but I would say make it just big, girl. Just make it. I would even gone one step further and put some lights in this shit.
I was actually gonna get some battery-powered lights so that I would have lights on me. But
yeah, so you can, or at least get
think about it.
a bar underneath. So you, or
like
get a bar on top because you don't want the shadow underneath.
Yeah,
because that'll make you look like you're scary.
Well,
then normal.
Then normal.
Get that light. Then if you're covered by the things on the side,
right?
Then you get that.
Good night, Freddie.
Good night. Then you get that nice glamorous look,
right?
And you're even, and you're not worried about people not seeing you.
Yeah, that was my only concern. I want to say that I had from the entire pageant. Literally, I almost moments before decided to sit there and like take everything off before putting it on stage, and just going out there with it as was, and leaving every other prop that was taped down on it. But I was like, no, just go out there and do it, and have a good time with it. And it was a very different talent for me too. I've never thought about doing.
It was still kind of musical.
Yeah, it was Lacage. So
yeah, that's you.
That's me.
You can't step away from you though. That's one thing too. I challenge you to challenge yourself.
They're saying we're a bit quiet. Did you not turn up the mic yet?
Am I not talking loud enough?
We gotta yell.
I'm not. We can barely hear you.
Go onto YouTube and see what it says. See how it sounds. Check it out.
Oh. Am I not talking loud enough? Oh, it isn't.
It isn't very loud. That's so crazy.
Okay, I'm about to blow your ears out. If you're listening in headphones, please stand by. Because this shit's about to get cray-cray. Oh, we're on something and not muted. You can hear us somewhere.
It's on your computer.
Oh, shit! Oh, because I was...
You were listening. Trying to get it checked out.
Okay, I'm about to blow your ears out. If you're listening in headphones, please stand by. And I think it's because we're both soft. We're soft talkers.
We're feminine women.
Oh,
well, some of us.
Okay, that should be loud enough now.
Not all of us, but some of us.
Okay, so, since Freddie's not here, I want to give Adjust the Tip.
Adjust the Tip?
Just the tip segment is usually like handy dandy tips that you can use in every day. So, what I think I want to talk about is something I saw a lot of, but I'm not name pointing. So this, and I already told Krisstina this ain't got nothing to do with her. And if it does have something to do with her, I'll call it out. But when you do a pageant, please, for the love of that person that is dressing you, make sure that you are not having them chase things that aren't there and that need to be found, like, as the pageant is beginning. Does that make sense?
I think I see where we're going with it. Yeah.
Like you should get your shit together. I mean, she did hers a week before. We all been there.
Yeah, but
that's good. Now, if she said, "Well, I came up with my package the day before or the day of," I would have been like, So have your dresser like go through your things, meet up, say I'm gonna wear this wig with this, I'm gonna do this with that, I'm gonna need you to come on stage at this point, I'm gonna need you to, brush my hair, or I'm gonna need you, because basically as a dresser, I'm doing you a favor by getting you to the place where you need to be.
Right. Basically,
win the pageant.
Right.
But you ain't gonna win the pageant if your shit ain't together before I get there.
Yeah. That's why my golden rule for me is pack by category.
Yeah.
Pack each category and go through before you leave the house, through each category again. Get to your hotel room or destination. Go through each category again the night before. And then when you get there with your dresser, go through each category with them.
I mean...
It just helps because it takes stress off of you.
Some people that were like, "Oh, I need this," and I'm like, "But if you thought about it, if you really thought about this is almost like the state pageant."
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the state pageant, but it's almost like the state pageant. You did all these prelims, and now we're here, and you're saying, "Oh, I forgot."
It's like the day of, I forgot to go buy pantyhose. Did someone have an extra pair? Can someone go get me some?
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've known girls that have done that. Like, I need pantyhose. I completely forgot to get some.
Oh, no.
What?
Where are you at? Why are you doing this?
Or they'll ask, like, I need a pair of fishnets. Do you have an extra pair of fishnets?
I mean,
I only brought what I needed for me.
I mean, if I mess up, that's my fault. I mean, the last pageant, I ripped the sides of my, I still haven't replaced them. Don't be mad at me. But you couldn't see it, so it wasn't, like, a big to-do. But if it was in a costume that I was showing,
right,
like, the sides, then I'd be like, oh, we gotta do, like, quick run. And the last pageant we were at, I mean, there's stores within distance that it probably wouldn't have mattered. But with that being said, though, don't make me or any other dresser feel like... I don't know how to explain this, but without hurting people's feelings. Don't make me feel like I'm the one that will cost you the pageant.
Don't put it all on you.
Yeah.
Win or lose the pageant.
I am basically the helperton trying to put this together and put a little smooth finish on it when you've already put it together.
Or should have put it together.
Should have.
Should have.
There was some people that didn't listen to me.
Without naming names, we're not naming names.
I didn't name names. I'm just saying there's some people that did not listen to me that I was like, oh, okay right. Then. All right. We good then. It's all right. It's okay. But congratulations to Jericho, Mr. Grey Matter. It's hard to be backstage helper, especially when some don't come prepared. Yes, ma'am.
It's true.
Or they're saying, do you have a wig? I'm like, we doing the same. We're doing the same path.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, do you have a hairpiece? No, girl. Why would I help you?
It's like, I only brought what I needed. And that's all I did. Because I'm there for myself to win, or at least attempt to win when it comes to competing.
Be prepared. Be prepared. What a concept. What a concept. And I have nothing against those people that can come prepared an hour before. Congratulations to you. But don't make the people around you feel like they came unprepared. Because they didn't.
Right.
And if you ask somebody the night before to be your dresser, and they say they can only do such and such because she just moved and she doesn't know where everything is.
Oh, goodness.
That's where I have a problem. Don't come for me. I said yes. That's all I can do for you.
Literally. That's about all you can do.
And on that note, I have a little rant.
Oh boy.
So for the last couple years, I'm not sure how this happens at all. I have attended the Pride pageant in one form or another. And you can comment on this. I know that you can't comment too deep because you're a title holder. And I don't need to get in trouble. But, pass me the note, I'll say it. But what is up with people, A, running for a pageant and not taking the responsibilities? Not her. She knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Running for a title that somebody else wanted, but not taking the responsibility. Not showing up to the grand finale pageant. And then turning in some people in the past have not turned in that money. Some people have turned in that money. But I feel like, not that we need more girls on stage. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, for your community, to me, you're representing this title. You're representing a portion of your community. You are Miss C7. You are whoever you are. You're representing a piece of the community that is not represented. Right? To me. And then when you don't follow through, I'm not sure how that speaks to your personal brand when you don't follow through. Now, part of me is saying that person should not be allowed to participate in any other Pride pageants for 5. That's a minimum 5 years or something. I don't know. I know stuff comes. Oh, God, because I'm going to get these people. I know stuff comes up in your family. I know that, I just know that all these things can happen to you, but when it's a national, state...
When it's a higher level than what it is.
Yeah, it's not like you're just having a bar pageant and you say, I'm not going to show up.
Right.
This is you're representing the people that put time and effort into you.
To have that title you're already representing.
Yes.
To go on to another level.
And I feel like they're not getting it. They're not giving back, even if it's $2,000 of somebody's money. I don't know. I just feel... and when you don't turn it in, I just feel all kinds of ways. I feel...
Well, one thing I've learned over the years, and I live by, is it's not the title that makes the title holder. It's the title holder that makes the title. And
Absolutely.
if you're going to represent your title in the way that you choose to, it does say a lot about your character, who you are as a person as well. Mm-hmm. Not just the face you decide to wear that night while you're walking around in your crown and sash.
Yeah. Those are Freddie's dogs, by the way. I'm dog sitting them.
So it's you can put on a pretty face and walk around in your crown and everything, but the moment you start taking those wrong steps, you're in the public's eye and they're going to notice, and unfortunately, you're going to fall and you're going to have to deal with the consequences. Mm-hmm. I know I've had some issues, and I'm not afraid to say it. I was first alternate to Queen of the Desert last year and did not go on to Miss Gay Arizona America. So I had to face the fact that I wasn't going to go and receive my ban and now have to deal with that. I look at it in a more positive direction now in saying that it's given me more time to work on my stuff as Odiseo versus Krisstina when it comes down to
Mhm.
wanting to compete for Miss Gay Arizona America.
Mhm.
And getting that time to step away from it and actually just not be as full involved, because I was very gun-ho. I was like very involved, and
then she scared us all.
it caused some
night.
issues in my relationship. So I mean, like, I now having that time to sit there and not do it is actually kind of peaceful.
Well,
Gives me a
you
peace of
scared
mind,
me for fuck's sake. So,
But I
I'm
mean-
glad you got your shit.
But I mean, you got to take the bullet as you sit there and shoot it out of the gun.
Well-
it's going. You need to follow it through with it or not, and if you don't, you take the consequences for what happens.
Well, I've only had one title, but I've been first alternate before, and it's still you still hold that responsibility of obtaining yourself to, or maybe it's like a self standard that you want to be respected and you want to project this.
I think we would hope it would be a self standard,
but
not for everyone, unfortunately. But you know,
I mean, we try to hope that all people. Dean. Okay, since we have a podcast, I have to read this out loud. It leaves a bad taste with people if you do such things. You are held to a higher standard when doing pageants, whether pride, state, or national, and when you have to own up to your own responsibilities, it's just how it is. Yes, and I have to say, from the other side of the curtain, I do understand what you're saying, because back in the day when I did mine, I thought, and I did EOI too. Was it once, twice, whatever. But I still felt you put this, I don't know what it is. You project to yourself what you think people should be thinking of you. That's what it is. You project on yourself what you think people think that you should be projecting at them. You put this heavy standard on yourself, and you become that or you try to live up to that standard. I don't know why Sparky is barking, but we try to live up to these standards, but when you don't, there's some mental. When you get to that point, you're like, girl, get it together, and when you can't, it clicks. So I can understand that part of dropping out of the pageant, but I can't understand when it comes to community, even those people that don't do it for the beauty, the glam, the whole 9 yards, they come there for the community. And that's where I think it falls short, is because you let down the people that believe in you. That's the simplest way I can explain it, is that you let down the people that believe in you because you don't feel like, I don't know what that person's reason was, but for the last couple years, I have known that people, oh, where's this person? Oh, they didn't show up. For an interview? No. For anything? Nope. And you're like, oh, okay, well, but still, and I don't know.
It's a very touchy subject to talk about, especially when title holders are such icons in the community.
Yeah.
Because they see a crown on someone's head, they're like, oh, you must be important. And then that's when it draws the attention to that person. But when they start just being like, oh no, I just did this just because of X, Y, and Z, it's like, okay, that's good. You did it for X, Y, and Z, but at the same time, you should have known that you are going to have some type of magnifying glass on you, and had the understanding of knowing that people were going to look towards you.
I feel like when you're more in the public eye, locally maybe, no, even nationally, you have this microscope on you to just do better. That's all, like, I don't know. But my thing is, if you're going to run for a community pageant, do it for the community, not for yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you have to realize. I did it for. I will tell you. Let's be honest. I did do the pride pageants because I felt like there was the itch, and for those people that don't know what the itch is, it's like this. You know, like when you want to go clubbing sometimes, and you like, girl, I ain't been clubbing in like 5 years, but you feel this.
She's getting that pageant itch.
You feel like this. Oh, I got that gown sitting in my. Let me just go ahead and get this right quick. Let me just go ahead and steam it. Let me go ahead and get that talent number out the closet, and then let me go ahead and register. Let's go ahead and register. See how you feel, and then you doubt yourself, and you're like, oh, girl, I can't go to the club no more. Can't go. No.
Not gonna happen.
And then you're like, okay, we're taking a leap of faith, girl. Go.
Just do it.
And then you feel good about it, and then you tie somebody for talent.
How did I know you're gonna bring that up? Oh my goodness. Although you gotta admit, that prelim was probably the prelim of the entire season.
That was intense. I hadn't seen. I mean, because I was in it.
I mean, like, all of us went out there and did our own thing, and like, it was just
and
like,
it was very diversified.
It was a shocking moment to see everyone go out there and do it, and everyone just killing it the entire time, and it's just like, well,
if
girls,
you wanted a show, baby, you got a show.
Who knows who's gonna win? But here we go.
It was. Title holders are also in the limelight. They're always watching your every move.
That's true. Especially promoters definitely watch other title holders to see, because promoters definitely go out on a limb and actually scout for people that they see potential in, that how they represent other titles.
And they watch your social media, girls. Social
media. They go watch and see how you handle yourself on just a regular basis at a bar.
They watch the show.
They watch the shows you're in. It's a lot.
I mean, you just think about all of the things.
It's not on the standard of a RuPaul's Drag Race type thing, but at the same time, it really is.
I mean, sometimes locally you're held to a little bit higher standards than the RuPaul girls. Sometimes you're like,
you said it.
Damn. They're like, oh, you came like that? And you're like,
oh, speaking of which, you came like that. Last night I got to judge the Stars, competition.
What's it called now? It's hosted by Coco Iman.
Yes, it's hosted by Coco Iman. The reason why she actually asked me to is because I was season 3 winner of that, which was actually a long time ago. But like,
that's back in the day.
There was a top 4, but one of the girls had to drop for such and such reason of her own personal things, and I hope that Queen actually is able to go ahead and get their stuff together and be in a better situation. But the top 3 of the semifinals, love this individual. I won't say the name, but I love the individual. She's very quirky. She's very easygoing. She's great to talk to and be around and hang out with. I absolutely love and adore her since I got to know her. But when you walk into the bar and you flat out say, I only brought the one outfit and that's all I got. And literally you're only brought in 2 wigs, the same outfit, and like another throw-on dress. Like, it's...
Are you ready?
It's rough. I ended up reading the girls last night pretty good. Oh. Only because it's semifinals.
For their benefit?
For the competition.
Or just for the kick?
No, I was judging, so I had to give them critiques and everything.
Oh, they actually put you in official capacity to judge. Oh, I see.
And give a score and everything, and like, I was like, this is semifinals. I've been through the ringer in this competition, so I can tell you I've been nitpicked at when I was doing Stars for sure, where it would come down to like,
do we ever?
They would sit there and say, "Oh, there's a run in your tights."
I think I lost a bit of my self-esteem at that stage. But it still goes back to whatever competition you're doing. If you want to do it, you're representing yourself and your brand. Step it up or step on out.
Yep.
Don't do it. Hi,
Miss Navi.
Did she call you Krisstina Charming?
Oh, don't you put that name on me. Don't you. You know what?
There. It's happened.
It's happened. He made his appearance in the video.
Oh.
But no, it's true. You're representing yourself at all times when you're out there in face, even out of face. I know that's for sure.
Sometimes people don't recognize me out of face, which I'm so happy.
Well, it's also because you're not always out.
Yeah, that's true. They only see this.
They see this from Let's Have a Fefe, and then on
They
occasion
see
when
this.
she comes out and actually does something.
What did you miss? I don't know what part you left off at. I finished talking about the person that dropped out of the Pride pageant that you wrote a formal letter about. And then...
And then I brought up the Stars competition because that's another competition. You're representing yourself, your brand, and who you are on that stage. And especially when there's a cash prize of $1,000.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why I was nitpicky at it. Like, I was like, honey, like, you're competing for a good package.
Also what I wanted to talk about is what I found helpful at the Pride pageant.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, I'm not usually like this, but I was. Yes, Freddie is removing his back hair. He's off to bed now. He's feeling better now. He can sleep well. Okay, so you watch. I had too many people that I liked in the pageant. I think I got emotionally involved this year. So you get emotionally involved. But for me, it's an education process. I have to figure out why this is wrong and why I'm confused by it. And I want to thank Christopher V. Lee for approaching me and telling me that, okay, you could be upset, but he didn't say, okay, girl, get upset and walk away. That's the difference here. What I want to say is that he explained to me the scoring at Pride. And I hopefully explain it right. And if Edward is still watching, he can clarify some things if I get it wrong. So, to me, when I watch pageants, I assume. I should never assume. I assumed, and I should know better, I competed in 2 of them. Ugh. Anyway, that in some pageant systems, one category is heavily weighted on your score.
Mm-hmm. Of your overall score.
Yes. One category, or maybe two, depending.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Phoenix Pride pageant, all of the categories are equally weighted. Right?
Yep.
So, they are scored upon interview, talent. What am I missing?
On-stage question.
On-stage question, though they ran through that. They didn't really do that, right?
That we did on-stage question, but we did it in interview. So we did our interview, finished, and then we answered our on-stage question in the interview.
Oh, because there were so many of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just saves time versus having every single person go on stage and do it.
Yeah, and plus we were done like that. Okay, back to subject matter. On stage and red carpet, which I love that it's not just evening wear and you can be in your own box and it can be what you want it to be, and it's up to the judges to take in what you're perceiving or what you're presenting and how they perceive it.
Yeah. Correct?
Okay, so in my opinion, I think that people get really hot and bothered by who the winner is. And I'm not disagreeing or saying the person that won or persons that won should not have gotten it. I'm not putting that bad taste out there. Do not do that.
Exactly.
Even if you feel like you should have won, even if you think Krisstina should have got last place and shouldn't have tied you in talent.
Well.
I'm just kidding. You keep that in. I don't want to say keep it in, but be respectful.
Right.
Okay? So I was a little upset because I didn't understand how this worked because you saw the talent and you saw like the top 5 who got, their on-stage question.
In just that category.
And you kept seeing these people. You thinking, oh my God, this is amazing. I mean, and I think your psyche trips in and says, I think I know who won.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, it can happen.
And
like
then
that.
for those people that are heavily connected to everybody, like me, I had put in people on how I thought. And it didn't turn in that order at all. At all. I mean, I was not upset that they won. I was upset on who I thought should be in what order. Or
You're upset at the fact of who you thought should have won.
Yes.
Versus...
And not that I didn't think that who won shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
I'm upset by the confusion. Now, I appreciate Christopher V. Lee explaining that all of the categories, including fundraising, that's the one that's... but in fundraising, I'm not sure. Maybe you can answer this question for me. In fundraising, can you score more?
No. You have a maximum of $2,000,
what if you raise
which is
more
$20,000.
than $2,000?
You get a specialty award. It's more of like a, yay, you achieved higher and beyond, but you max out at 20 points once you hit 2,000.
Okay. So, what I didn't know is that it's kind of like the prelim, and you kind of, each judge does for each category and says, Krisstina here, such and such here, so and so there.
Quote unquote, I guess
a ranking.
They say is a ranking system. So
but each gets
20 and down.
It has like a point system associated to that ranking.
Yep.
And so after it was explained to me that there's nothing that weighs heavy, everything is equal, it was more of that somebody took the time to explain it to me and calm me down. Not that I was upset. I wasn't like breaking chairs or throwing anything. But that somebody explained it to me, told me why, how it happened, and where to go from there.
Right.
They didn't say, well, girl, get angry and go on about your business. They didn't do that. So there was that transparency that helped bring all of the pieces. And I think that's what Pride is working on, is being more transparent, which we've had a little bit of struggle with in years past, maybe. I could say that.
Yes and no. It's more of
But I have
transparent,
in years past, I've never seen anybody answer questions like when people are commenting and then clarifying what's happening. Like,
right. No one's actually
money
answering
being raised and where their money is going, and like I have actually seen it for myself, like people answering the questions and saying, actually that's not right. Here's the right answer.
Yeah.
So I love that, and I applaud the Pride organization.
It's becoming more open, transparent, and honest, and letting people actually get educated on what's really going on the inside of how the pageant operates, to where money's going and how
since I'm
handled. And...
Oh, did I say that already?
What?
Oh, today I got my letter of acceptance that I'm being readmitted to ASU. I went once upon a time, y'all. Ugh, I fucked that up. But let's just say my mom calls it the most expensive vacation that I've ever taken.
Well, at least she was honest.
So I took a year at ASU and did not do so well. Like, it's taken like 3 or 4 weeks for them to get back to me.
So are you going to apply for the scholarship fund?
Yes, I am.
Good. Scholarship fund applications are open.
Yes. And I'm thinking about it, but I have to... I might be knocking on some doors and be like, I need to do a show because I need to get my college tuition.
Need a little bit of extra money on this.
She ain't playing. She's trying to get into her school. The books is expensive. I looked at the price of the books. I was like, oh.
Books nowadays, it's like...
But I got smart. I went back last summer and did community college and finished that. Got my little degree. It's not a little degree. I just said little degree because that's how we talk. We would say little degree, little degree. But I got my AA and I got smart. I said, let me see if I can rent a book. Amazon has books that you can rent. So if I can get my books on online on Amazon, I'm going to, because it was cheaper to rent it for a semester, like $30. It was like
that's
the
a lot
cost
cheaper.
Of the book was like $500. So I was like,
cost of books nowadays is like one grocery bill for the month.
Like, we ain't eating tonight.
It's like, well, ramen it is.
Oops. I'm too young for that. I need to eat real food. I can't eat ramen for like 4 months straight.
You're gonna be a college kid again.
I can't do that. This is not a college kid body.
No, she's been eating good for the last several years. That's what it is.
That's where my money went. Let's be honest. So that's that. The Pride pageant was wonderful. There was no entertainers in between, so that was great.
Yeah.
It
went by really, really smoothly this year.
It went early. It was done early. I didn't feel like my feet hurt from standing, waiting.
It was like we were out of there by like 9 o'clock.
Also, check out the Imperial Court Scholarship and the Girl, I'm gonna be hooked up.
Honey. Yeah.
Full ride Fefe.
It's like you didn't know you could apply for all those scholarships to get your
write
education?
that down. Send me a message if you know where I can get some extra money.
Thank you, Miss Navi.
That would be my homework for the spring semester. So I start in the fall, just in case you guys were wondering. I thought I was going to start in the summer, but I need to save some money.
No, but you still need to apply for them because the deadlines will be coming soon.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I already started the application for the Pride one. I was just waiting for my letter.
At coronation, they will announce the scholarship winners for the Imperial Court. So
are you gonna let me borrow the gown if I get my scholarship?
You don't know. You gotta ask Cassandra that one. That's not my gown.
I'm talking about the blue and teal one.
Oh, I sold that.
Oh,
Jimena Cavalli has that now.
Oh, we about the same size. We all about the same size, you know.
I was like, just so you know that Tonica Cavalli gown doesn't stretch very much. Trust me.
We're about the same size.
Navi tongue pop. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I can't do that. I could do it when I'm like really drunk.
Well,
no, I take that back. I do it sometimes, like when I'm not thinking about it. If I start thinking about it, like right now, I've started thinking about it.
I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna work.
Y'all would be looking at me like,
choices.
So last 10 minutes. Tell us about you. If people don't know you, tell them about you and how this all began. From the beginning of time. She's not that much older than me, so it's not like.
Stop. Well, I'm originally from Casa Grande, Arizona.
Where is that?
That's south of Phoenix, north of Tucson. That little town you stop in to go ahead and get gas and food on your way to either town.
But now they have a Walmart and some.
They've got some things. Still small, but
they have the airport tavern.
I've been doing drag almost 10 years. I started in doing like community college shows with Christopher J. Hall and an organization that used to belong in Casa Grande, which was CARE. That's how I got my start. So like when I went for Phoenix Pride, it was something I've always wanted to do because that's all I ever learned to do when I first was doing it was fundraising shows and doing all that kind of stuff. So getting to do that on a higher level is exactly what I was looking for when I was going for Miss Phoenix Pride. And that's what actually my onstage question was.
Oh!
It said, my onstage question was, what would winning Miss Phoenix Pride mean to you? And it went right back to the roots and sitting there saying it means I would get to do exactly what I've always been doing and I love to do, which is raise money on a much higher level and give back to the community. So I'm still going to do that as Miss Cruisin' 7th. I have quite a few things I'm already in the works with and writing down and planning out and getting ready to do to continue to help Phoenix Pride and help the Mr. and Miss raise more money throughout the year as their reign goes on. So I'm very, very excited about it. Oh, Edward's talking to Navi. Oh, look, Miss Brooklyn. Miss World Bear. She's alright. But,
hi, Auntie.
You guys can catch me anywhere in Phoenix. I perform at Stacy's, The Rock, Boycott, C7, Plasma, Cobalt.
But you gotta tell me about something else that you do that I find very... We working on a project, but I have been failing on my part of it. I have a couple earrings.
You should. I also, not only do I style hair, but I also make drag jewelry with my drag mother, Miss Lady Christian, with Christian Designs Drag Jewelry, located here in Phoenix, Arizona. She usually does...
They have bomb-ass auctions still.
She does a lot of buy nows as well as auctions on her Facebook page, Lady Christian.
It's LC Christian.
Yeah, it's LC and then Christian. You can definitely go ahead and get very nice, beautiful jewelry for inexpensive prices.
That I can't find right now.
I think her highest thing that she actually sells is like necklaces and bracelets or full sets, but she still is willing to work on price and deals to make sure that you are able to get what you want at affordable prices. And I usually help out with that.
You didn't bring no pieces tonight?
I didn't bring any pieces with me tonight. I don't know why you don't have any anywhere.
I think it's in my bag, which is in the other room. Because I don't think this has it in there.
Probably not. I don't see any.
There's one.
Is there? Oh, there is one.
One set. Those are, of course, the smallest ones I have.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is one set that she has. But this is like just a... that one's missing a stone. Good job, girl.
Oh, did I break?
You're missing one stone. Like something like this. This is actually a small button set. This set right here would go for like $25, $30.
But if you get the auction, sometimes they give like these nice deals. I got these 2 for $25.
So we do bundle packs. We do all kinds of other things. It's actually very affordable jewelry at a very low cost. Nothing crazy. All DMC stones, glass, crystal.
And I must have lost that stone during the move. Because I haven't worn those since we moved. Wait, this is not an auction. Oh, now you're trying to buy my
earrings. $2. Buy now. It's missing stones. No.
It's only missing one stone, and I try not to do that. And then if I want to repurpose, it's not hers, but if I want to repurpose, I did repurpose this. Sometimes if the jewelry already breaks, I like put it on different things. The other half is on something.
Oh, you put it on costumes and whatnot? Oh.
You'd be like, oh, that looks familiar. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I noticed this. Espresso did that with one of her earrings. She took her earring and put it on her clutch and just super glued it to it. And she's like, look at my purse. And I was like, it's not one of your earrings. She's like, sure is.
I mean, it's look rich, not, go broke being.
Right. I was like, most of the jewelry you ever see.
Why can nobody hear us? Is it because I'm not using my loud voice?
We're soft-spoken women today. That's why.
Oh, like I cannot turn the thing up any louder, because if I turn it up any louder, it'll hit the red, and what will happen is when we watch the episode back, it'll be distorted, and then I can't use the audio for the podcast.
So then you'll basically sound like a distorted man versus just a man. That's no bueno.
What any shows coming up for you?
As of right now, no shows coming up, but you can, not for at least I think a couple weeks. I'll be back at C7 for TGIF on the second Friday with my sister Espressa Grande, and then the third Saturday for Lady and the Tramps with my mother, Miss Elsie Christian.
She's also performing at Pride, too.
And yes, I'm performing Sunday at Pride. We hit the community stage just after the festival opens. So you will see many of your Pride contestants there for that hour and a half, I think we have, on the community stage right when you walk into the festival. Yeah, there's a lot of us. And then I'm also going to take the main stage with Barbara Seville for Barbara Seville's Folly show on the main stage Sunday evening before the entertainment of Taylor Dane and Dumb Blonde. So I'm very excited to meet them and be around
Can I
there.
sneak in there? Can y'all get me in there? Girl, Taylor Dane.
Yeah. But
that was like one of my first songs that I performed when I was.
Tell it to my heart. Yeah, that's my favorite Taylor Dane song. I love to perform it. Maybe I'll do that on Sunday just to have her be like, "Is that my?" I'm
sure she's heard it all.
Yeah, she's probably tired of hearing it.
Like, I know they ain't performing my song. Anywhere else? Any auctions coming up?
I believe ladies, Christian is going to be doing another auction. You could find her on Facebook, LC Christian. You can even private message her if you actually need any custom made jewelry.
Who is whispering? I don't see anybody whispering. Oh, you know what's happening? Is because you know what happens? Freddie talks louder.
He talks very, very loud.
I don't. I mean, I talk loud, but I don't talk that loud.
He just likes to yell for no reason, is what it is.
I'm the non-stereotypical.
But I think Lady is going to have another buy now as well as auction on Sunday. I'm not exactly sure what time. So keep an eye out on her Facebook. You can also keep an eye on her Facebook for daily auctions for jewelry that she will post. Mm-hmm. But I do help her from time to time and actually go ahead and pop up in the auctions as well. From time to time.
Her and Espresso. That's
what? And then also, I mean, I get to make my own jewelry sometimes, so that's what's amazing too.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, I make my own stuff.
Oh, okay, I was like,
I'll be like, buy now on her auction, and I'll go in and make it myself.
I know Espresso does.
Oh yeah, Espresso's made.
I'm like, where'd you get those plates from? She's like, I made it. I'm like,
oh, I just made this the other day.
She's like, just dainty piece.
Just a big old hubcap on her head.
Oh my god. You're gonna lose your ears. Okay, so let's see, what do I have coming up? I don't really. Oh, April 12th, we set the date for Cat Bingo at the Cat Lounge, Drag Bingo at the Cat Lounge. The theme we're thinking is bunny, but like an Easter bunny, but a play on Bunny the kitty that's there, the two-legged cat that's there. So, stay tuned for that, because I don't really know what's going on. And then, the next one is on May 5th, I think, after that. So, Friday's at Nationals this week, and I don't think I have anything. I feel like I'm lying to you. But, April 19th, I am... I just updated my website, so I can do this. April 19th.
That's the...
Oh, it's Party Like a Queen, the disco dance party at the Van Buren.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just a big old disco night, random pop-up drag
I have no idea who other people are doing, but I have ideas in my head, and I hope that...
You know what's funny?
That nobody steals the songs that I have in my head.
I didn't hear back from anyone, but apparently my name was on the flyer or something.
Yeah, it's on the
end. So I'm planning on being there too.
So I invited all of these queens, and they're asking me, because Anish asked me, and he said, spread the word to all these queens. And I said, okay, I will. So I sent it to, everybody. He said send it to everybody I knew. So I was like, okay, if they're local, I'll just press their name, press message, and send. But a lot of people were like, girl, are we doing this? I'm like, I'm not in charge of this. But it says on there who to email. I don't know.
I was like, I emailed, and then I guess...
And still, I have not heard back, but I saw my name on there. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm
planning on showing up and being like, hey, I'm here, so...
I mean, if there's contracts that need to be signed, I will. I mean, I don't know. I just know...
Because I know there's supposed to be, like a performance or two. We're supposed to do, like, a meet and greet.
Yeah, photo booth.
And it's supposed to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
So, we'll get that together. And then, on April 20th... Oh, that's not on there. April 20th, we have Drag Queen Story Hour here in Mesa. I live in Mesa, in case that's a surprise to anybody. It's not far. It's just far from your house.
Yeah, far.
Freddie comes here every week. What are you complaining about?
I live up North Phoenix, so this is far.
I'm just fine where I am. But it starts at 9:30 in the morning.
Oh.
So after I get done with Disco Queen, I'm done. As soon as they say, "Oh, girl, here's your money," I'm gonna be like, "Okay, good night." Good night. I gotta go because I'm gonna wake up in like 2 hours.
She's gonna sleep like this.
Anything else? July 14th is Miss Nature's Dirty 30 birthday bash. That's a lot to say.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes, and it's on a Sunday.
Oh, the Lord's Day. She's getting dirty 30.
But it's all for a good cause. It's for Southern Arizona's. I forgot what the N stands for, but it's an organization that raises money for Down syndrome. And it's in Tucson. So that's that. And then we're still whispering, I suppose. I guess I decided to talk a little louder, but I really am a soft-spoken person. It's usually Freddie that is the loud one, and I just...
It's true. Freddie usually is a loud one.
I'm black by nature, but he's a transitioning black male. You guys keep forgetting.
He's the very loud one of the two.
He's much louder than I am. And his voice is deeper than mine. Which is not a bad thing. Considering. We like to thank our sponsors, ShellyLoveCreative.com, WigsOfAkind.com, and the Burley Barbers. Oh, I need to make an appointment. Yes, I do. Because if my hair gets any bigger under here, I won't be able to sit anything on top of it. A special thanks to Brandon, Leanne, Carrie, Corey, and Allison, and Joan, and so much more on supporting us on Patreon. You can support us too on patreon.com/letshaveafefe. Contact me or Freddie if you want to support us on Patreon or have questions or you want to be a sponsor. Be sure to like this episode, subscribe, and share it with all your friends and enemies and Trump supporters and anti-LGBTQ policy makers.
Just gotta push that envelope.
They love us. You can also subscribe to us as a podcast and listen to us on the way to work, as you work, while your boss is talking and telling you important details about what you're supposed to be doing, but listening to us instead. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and more. You can also follow us on, if you're watching on Facebook, this is kind of weird. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Special thanks to Krisstina for being here tonight. Thanks for watching us here live, and for those that are watching on the replay, thank you. We'll see you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. Oh gosh, who's next week?
Don't look at me.
Tiamat.
Freddie should be back home with the brand new title at that point.
Yeah,
so.
let's not jinx it though.
No, we gotta put out the good vibes. Gotta
put out the good vibes. Just go to his Facebook, write a little message. Good luck, bring home some gold, whatever you want to write, some cheerful thoughts. This has been Let's Have a Fefe, and have a good night.
Bye.